I will bless the Most High at all times, and His praises shall continually be in my mouth. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back for another Real Talk. My title says abortions, sacrificing the innocent. I'm going to go real deep in this video. This video is not to condemn you, ladies, men also, because it takes two to play a part of it. And this is one of these topics where it's real heavy, and a lot of people don't like to talk about this kind of stuff, what we really see going on in the world. And what I'm going to be doing in these next videos, probably for a while now, is answering questions. And I'm going to answer the best way I can, since we have already went through so many scriptures. These Real Talk videos are for the ones who are kind of new, you know, and even to the ones that's been watching. So I'm going to be dealing with answering a lot of questions. Now, according to who you are, how you was brought up, because when you start talking about abortion, man, there's so many arguments, people debating, fall out behind this, because some people say ain't nothing wrong with it, it's really not murder, then some people say it is, you know, according to who you are. And what I want to really tie this in also is with religion. And you wonder why in so many religions you see so many things go down in a terrible way. Because before we get started, we have to understand that the Most High never did design religion. I'm getting so tired of people lying on the Most High. The Most High did not create religion. None. It had nothing to do with religion. Matter of fact, that was Jesus' biggest problem. Those type of people was religious folks. And when you get to talk about religion, there's so many out here, y'all. It's a shame. So I want to do this little Real Talk video, and a shout out to you, Sister Lois. Now, your question you was talking about in the book of Numbers, chapter 5. For time's sake, I did a video about that. I think you asked me that God caused an abortion back then. And what you have in that, Sister Lois, is people taking the scriptures and twisting it and lying on God, lying on the Most High, and ignorant of the scriptures. Well, I'll leave that alone because I already talked about that. But let's look at this, because so many babies are being born out of wedlock. And when I think about how these innocent babies, let me stay on this topic, because see, these babies are innocent, but I'm gonna talk about the demonic spirits behind this, because it's sacrificing the innocent. This is what most people don't want to tell you about abortion, you know. And then you wonder why so many women can have an abortion and they don't have really no feelings. I'm not talking about all women, but you got women out here that can have an abortion. They already done had 2 or 3, and they be like, I can do it again if I need to. And really, when you think about it, in the long run, who's going to take care of you when you get old and up in age? It's some women right now that I know personally, they destroyed all their children pretty much growing up, and now they old and sick, and they looking back over their life, and all they can say now is, I should have never took my child out, because my child would have probably been here to take care of me, you know, in so many ways. I don't have no family, I don't have nobody, and when you take care of your child should take care of you as you get older and older. But we see nowadays this type of world that we living in, and the things that's going on when it comes to parents and children. Now we divide it up, and so when you look at the blood sacrifice, and see, let me make this point. A lot of people don't understand where we at right now in this time, in this earth age right now, because they never understood what went down in the beginning. They never understood the days of Noah. They never understood the children of Israel, what went down, what God commanded, and what God hated. And if you really study very closely, you'll see the Most High hates abortion. Somebody might not be aware of what I'm saying right here, because see, the innocent, Satan preys on the innocent children. The innocent is always being murdered, y'all. And in the Bible, it was always what? A blood sacrifice. Blood sacrifice. The sacrifice of the innocent. And we know that our Savior came on and did what? Stood in our place. He gave his life. Sacrificed his life. Blood have to be shed. So Satan, by being a copycat or imitator, since he can't create, he have to imitate. So he have his own sacrifice. That's why so many different gods out there. Satan, being the god of this world, has fooled so many people. So he have his own sacrifices. And so when you start seeing all these children being offered up, when you see these pedophiles doing what they doing to these children, they doing what they got to do because they not under the Holy Spirit. They under the demonic spirit, these demons. You see demons right now all over this world and been in this world. That's what you see mostly right now is demons, but most of us are too spiritually blind to see that. You seeing a child sacrifice with this abortion. When you see these children being murdered, raped, and all this stuff, that's not of our Father. That's those demonic spirits. And y'all wonder why I talk about demons so much on here, y'all. You wonder why abortion is getting more and more popular right now. Just like same-sex marriages and all these other crazy stuff that the Most High go that said don't do, it's getting more and more popular. And then this innocent blood, 7 things, and 7 is already an abomination. The Most High said that he hate. Now, I know a lot of people say abortion is not murder. But let me tell you something. When our Father said he hate hands that shed innocent blood, what do you think you're really doing when you take that child out? He told us that he hate that, and when did he ever change his mind? He never did. And it's some folks out here know they have went through abortions, but they turn around and go bad on the murderer. Or I don't know how she could do that, or talking bad about somebody else, but if the truth would be told, how many of us have went through abortions? How many of us could stand and say, I'm guilty, I've done it? That's something we want to take to our grave, wouldn't we? And we would just really be real while we pointing fingers all around. See, like I say, this video is not to condemn nobody. This is a wake-up call and to make us really understand what we see and what we living in and get a better understanding on these demonic spirits, because the Most High plays no part of abortions. Sister, I hope that answers your question. So when you break it down, it's sacrificing the innocent. Now, somebody could have done this long time ago and didn't know as a child, because you got teenagers becoming pregnant. A lot of things we did in life growing up, we was ignorant behind. But when you know better, you should do better. And if you have committed an abortion, you should have repented, confessed, repented, had that change your heart, and never go through that again. And don't even put yourself in the position to be lined up to get pregnant. That means abstinence, which hardly ain't nobody gonna do. So that's what you really look at, these demonic spirits, when you break it down. Sacrificing the innocent. That's why looking at all this stuff, pornography, what's in the cell phones now on the internet, these crazy movies, that stuff will mess your mind up. And then you wonder why people can lay down and keep having sex raw, unprotected sex, no condom, knowing the consequences behind it. They commit the sin and then turn around and want to commit the other sin by murdering the baby. I know this is rough, y'all, but we're going to deal with it. We're not going to skip over this. And I'm not going to ignore it, y'all. When I look at these demons, see, I'm going to put the finger where it needs to be on these devils. The father of lies, the confusion one, the dragon, the serpent, the beast. That's what all this stuff is going down to. That's what it's going down to. This is why I preach so hard about the days of Noah. I know a lot of people went out and looked at the movie, but did you really study the Bible on the days of Noah? The watchers, or King James Bible call them the fallen angels. The mixing of DNA. all of this stuff was going on in Noah's day. Now, something our Savior said is going to be just like the days of Noah. So I'm tying all this in together, sister, to answer all your questions. Excuse me. Because this blood sacrifice goes way deeper than what I'm talking about. When you look in the church, when you look in Hollywood, when you look at the R&B and hip-hop, sports, a whole lot of stuff, it's blood sacrifice all up in it. Some say the Illuminati, the Masons. When you Freemasons, you keep studying a lot of stuff, you wonder why somebody always being killed or murdered, then it's being covered up. And then somebody always move up the ladder after somebody die. Somebody else is always next in line. So what we see now is legalizing the murder of babies. Women, once again, ladies, this is not to make you mad, to make you feel funny. I used to counsel a lady I used to work with years back, because she never would move forward in life, because she never would forgive herself for what she done by committing her abortion. She prayed to the Lord. She had a true change of heart and never done it again. And she said, I know the Lord has forgave me, but I can't forgive myself. And that's why a lot of women that have a true change of heart, it's hard for them to move on, because that's something that haunts you all your life. You don't never forget that. Now some, like I said, according to who they are and how they brought up and what religion they in, they done lost track of how many abortions they done had. But true people with a change of heart feel bad behind it. And they try their best to never put themselves in that situation ever again. To answer your other question, sister. The thing is, what I see is that a lot of women that I know that have done it, they'll say that child was going to be a burden on their life. That child was going to be a burden. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have got pregnant. And the best thing for me to do is go on and go to the abortion clinic. Some women are like that. And the sad thing is, we know what we're doing when we laying down with each other. We know what's going to happen. And at heat of the moment, after that, what you have behind that? Drama. This is a spiritual war, y'all, we fighting. An innocent, helpless, precious, most beautiful child is being murdered every day. Our Father hates abortion. Now, when I look at what's all being legalized now, and it makes me bring the question, why are most Christians remaining silent? I can't ignore it once again. I've talked to some women who says that abortion ain't all that bad because of, once again, what they believe. They have done it more than once. Don't feel nothing. And to me, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous woman. It's too many scriptures on this to show how the Most High go against it. Now let me tell you something else. In the Old Testament, it says they will sacrifice their sons and daughters through the fire. Now if you study on Israel, if you study Baal, or some might pronounce Baal worship, if you study witchcraft, if you study divination, if you study sorcery, if you study all of this stuff, you'll see how it goes in together, and the author of it is Satan. And people get mad when I preach so hard against these holidays, the Halloweens and all this old wicked stuff that the world loves, that most Christians love. This is a part of witchcraft. In the Old Testament, they would practice divination. That was considered evil in the eyes of the Most High. So everything that he commanded not to do, America is going against it. Following paganism, y'all, is what we see. The devil and these old messed up holidays. Our Father have holy days and holy ways, not holidays. And the reason why I'm tying this in with holiday, because if you do the true studying on Halloween, that's the devil's high Sabbath. And when you look at how children was always being sacrificed and burnt up. You fast forward to our day's term, it ain't nothing different. The Bible called it through the fire. So now what we have is abortion. Y'all see what I'm saying? Abortion. Just like how we try to mix and mingle these holidays and make it all about Christ, you can't do that. God never designed that. See, God, the Most High, is not pleased right now. Have you ever studied on Molech in the Bible, sister? He was a god of the Ammonites. And who was that? The Canaanites. They was also involved in this stuff. This is why we got to study. Most people are doing stuff and don't know what they're involved in, and they don't see nothing wrong with it because they don't even know where it originated from. And they're going against the Most High. That's why I tell the truth, sister. What I'm talking about right here is real. We just got a new name, abortion. Some might say, well, abortion ain't in the Bible. Yeah, the word might not be, but let me tell you something. Abortion is in the Bible. And the Most High, once again, don't like it. Even in the Old Testament, my sister, living children, we could say they was put into one of them old idols' hands. And then they would die. You know what they would do? They would roll them over into a pit of fire. Through the fire. In the Old Testament. And in the Old Testament, you could be killed for doing such a thing like an abortion. You would get killed for adultery. You would get killed for so much back then. And see, the reason why I'm talking about this so hard, because a woman that has man also, but the woman is the one that's, you know, don't pretty much make that final decision, because that's her body. I'm talking about the ones that don't change now. I'm not talking about the ones that have changed and never done it again. I'm talking about the evil, strange women that continue to do this without a change of heart. These are the type of women, the very well women that Solomon was messing with. And see, people don't like to talk about Solomon on that, because we always talk about the wisdom part. Yes, we thank the Lord for that. But that's the same type of women Solomon was messing with, because they was fooling around with that idolatry. They was idolatrous women. And Solomon got caught up with them, and that's why they turned his heart from the Most High. And our Father warned Solomon about those type of women. Just like he still warning us men, just like women, he's warning you about the type of men not to mess with. But we got a hearing problem. So much I can say on this, y'all. So many doctors have made so much money on these abortions. I've even heard doctors encourage women to have them. I've even heard Christians tell another Christian, you need to go on and just go on and get your abortion. Well, JT, but what if the mother is at risk? What if it's either the mother or the child? Do the mother have the right? According to the Bible, we don't have the right to take no child's life. We don't have that right. The reason why I say that now, that's a hard question to answer to me, you know, because if a mother's at risk, Aaron Hall did a video years ago called I Miss You, and in that video, he had his girlfriend on the operating table. He was going to be the girl or the baby, you know, his girlfriend or the baby, and I think she chose to let the baby live. But see, the thing is, you still are not in control of that. The Most High makes that decision. We don't take life. That's my answer on that. That's a tough question. I love that. I'm just giving you my opinion on that. The Most High is the one that makes the decision. If a woman got a chance to let herself live and it's the baby, then that woman needs to let herself live. You can make another child. I know it's hurt, but think about that child gonna grow up without her mother. That's gonna even be more painful for the child. Just my opinion. Now, you don't have to agree with everything I'm saying in the video. That's fine. You know, I'm looking at your questions up here, and I'm just going down the line. And you got some powerful questions. Powerful questions. But let me close out with this. This is why I call this the end time religion. All these devil worshippers, people are falling for the beast, my sister. The Bible told us they will worship the beast. And what other better way is to get people than religion? He not see the world. Satan is not spending time on people that he already have. So his job is to get up in the church, get up in the body of Christ, get whoever he can that he not worried about the ones he already got. So he going after the saints. He's going after the true servers. He's going after the true believers. So he uses religion because he's the author of it. He's the founder of it. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. They don't agree with that. So when you see this end time religion, because the Most High is going to put an end to it. Going to put an end to it. So when you break all this down, what I'm getting at again in this video, when you see people without a change of heart, they sacrificing the innocent child. They sacrificing it. I don't care who don't agree with what I'm saying. Abortion is bad. Dude told me the other day it wasn't bad. It's a sacrifice of the innocent. I don't care if the woman was raped. I know that's sad. I hate to say this, but I'm just keeping it real in the video. Even if that woman was raped and the child came, she still should not take that child out when she knows she's pregnant. According to the Bible, once again, that child should never be destroyed. Because when you have the Most High in your life, things that's impossible with man are possible with the Father. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Abortion, right now, it's probably 400,000 babies being murdered daily. I'm just taking a guess at it, because that number has jumped so high now. It might be more than that. It's so many and so much money being made behind it. So when you look at abortion, when you look at same-sex marriage, when you look at all the sin that's being legalized now, and the church is not standing on it, I go to show you where your religion is really headed, to the lake of fire. And the Most High, once again, is going to put an end to all of this. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.